Hey now, Matt Haywood here from the Star Wars Time Show, and I'm back and I'm doing another Star Wars comic book breakdown. I know I've taken the last few off, but they've been kind of boring. But this one here, Star Wars 19, we got two, in my mind, interesting new entries into the Star Wars canon, at least for the time period that the original trilogy covered, in particular post Empire Strikes Back and just before Return of the Jedi. So, Star Wars 19 gets kind of right back to the action that the Rebels were facing before the War of the Bounty Hunters miniseries. They're all kind of screwed, and they're wondering how they're going to save some of their friends that they lost, be it Han or, the Bay woman, all that fun stuff. But really, the interesting part and the main crux of this issue is Luke Skywalker's journey to get more powerful in the Force and to continue training as a Jedi. So we see Luke and via R2. Remember, R2 stole all these locations from the Death Star when he plugged into the computer, but he has all these locations of Jedi sites that the Empire had in their database, and now Luke is using it to search these sites out and see if there's anything there that can help him learn how to be a more powerful Jedi to take on Darth Vader after he pushed out in the War of the Bounty Hunters skirmish between his father. So the first interesting new part of canon that this issue introduced, at least to me, is the fact that Ilum was already being turned into Starkiller base, or some sort of base, by the Empire. I think a lot of us thought, and I think it was even covered in Star Wars Resistance, but a lot of us believed the First Order was responsible for creating Starkiller Base out of Ilum, which was a massive Jedi-infused, at least light side-infused planet. That's where the Jedi used to get their kyber crystals and all that fun stuff. But we thought First Order did it. That's not the case. The Empire was already, as you can see here, hollowing out the planet for what is going to become that massive death laser that blows up the Hosnian system. So that was pretty interesting. Throwing this in here, he goes to Lothal, and if you watch Star Wars Rebels, you can see he's trying to coax open the temple that Ezra ultimately got into and sealed it. Remember, that would have happened before this, but I thought that was a nice little callback to Rebels. But the next major new canon revelation in this issue is the fact that Luke ended up on a planet that he actually sensed there was a Jedi artifact on that the Empire hasn't stolen, used a little Obi-Wan Kenobi mind trick action to get a stormtrooper to bring him the Holocron. But the reason it's so important is because within this Holocron, when he opens it up, it is one created by Master Yoda himself. So, it appears now that Luke got trained not only from in-person Master Yoda, but also via one of the holocrons Master Yoda would have created back in his day, running the Jedi Order at the Jedi Temple. Now again, the holocrons aren't communication devices. He's not talking to Yoda on Dagobah. Rather, this is a recording that Yoda created to help train any Jedi who may have found this holocron. So that's a pretty big reveal for Luke's journey before Return of the Jedi, when he does ultimately become a Jedi Knight by defeating his father and rejecting the Emperor. So Yoda trained Luke both live in the flesh, but also via holocron recordings. So pretty cool stuff there for you Luke Skywalker fanboys, and just learning more about how Luke became the powerful Jedi that we ultimately see him become in The Mandalorian and The Last Jedi. All right, everyone, we'd love for you to tune into the Star Wars Time Show live stream every week. It happens on Tuesdays, so the best thing you can do is subscribe right now if you're not already subbed up, and click on the notification button there. If you do like the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. Or if you'd rather listen to the podcast on traditional podcast platforms, just head on down below, click on those links, give us some love. We really need the support and want some more subscribers on all of our platforms, because like the Sith, we are greedy. And remember, if you do listen to the Star Wars Time Show, the Force will be with you, always.